Hello everyone, this video is for standard 6. In this video we are going to solve exercise 3a of chapter 3, that is whole numbers. Although I have solved 1 to 5 of this chapter in one video, still I am going to repeat the solutions. Write the next three whole numbers after 30,999. This one, this one, and I have told you in that video also to find the next number. You just need to add 1, okay? So if you have to find next three numbers, so just keep adding 1 to the given number, that is 30,999. After a first number would be this. If after getting 31,000 you'll add 1 to it and you'll get this. Again you'll add 1 and you'll get this, okay? This way you're going to solve question number 1. Write and then three whole numbers occurring just before 10,001. To find the number occurring just before any given number, you need to subtract 1 as it has been done. This would be 1 would be subtracted from 10,001 to get the first number just before 10,001. To get one number just before 10,000, we'll again subtract 1, we'll get 9,999. And again to find the third number, we'll subtract 1 from 9,999, we'll get this, okay? This is the way you'll solve it. Now how many numbers are there between 1032 and 1209? Okay, to find this you need to do what you need to do is you need to find the difference of the given two numbers, okay, and then again you have to subtract 1 from it, okay, like this. Or you can write, you can subtract step by step also, like you can subtract first 1209 minus 1032, okay, with some difference would be 177. And then in the next line you can write, so a neat number of, I'm writing it again. First you need to find the difference of these two, and in the next step also you can write the neat number of numbers between is written in this form also, 1209 and 1032 equal to 177 minus 1, which is 176. Fine, this way you can do it, or you can subtract directly also, as it has been done in this video. Just remember to use the BODMAS rule, okay? BODMAS here you will use because it contains bracket also. So first solve the things inside the bracket and then come out of it and subtract 1, okay? So next let's see the next question. Which is the smallest whole number? You know that natural number starts from 1, okay, 1 natural number, and whole number starts from 0, okay? Remember this one, whole number starts from 0 and natural number starts from 1. Fine, so the lowest or smallest whole number is 0, okay? Rest whole numbers are greater than this. Now in this question number 5, you have to find the successor of the given numbers, okay? Let's do it. Now, I have already told you to find the successor of any number, what you need to do, you need to add 1 to the given number, okay? Let's do it. Yes, it has been done here. That successor of this number, to find the successor of this number we need to add 1, okay, consecutively in all the questions like this only you have to add 1, okay, and you'll be able to get the successor of the given number. Fine, let's move to the next question. Find the predecessor of the given number. Predecessor, to find the predecessor or the number just before the given number, as we have seen in question number 2, you need to subtract 1, okay? Like if you have to find the predecessor of 97, you need to subtract 1, you'll get 96, and similarly you have to do the rest questions, okay? Let's come to the next question. Write down the three consecutive whole numbers just preceding this number, okay? This number, you have to write three consecutive numbers just preceding this. Precede or predecessor or number just before, these all are same. Preceding, preceding equals just before, and equals predecessor. Always remember, okay, these three things are equal. Okay, whenever it is whether it has been given to find the preceding number, or it is given to find the number just before, I've left here e, or to find a predecessor, you what you need to do, you need to just subtract one from the given number. Okay, as it has been done here. Okay, so let's come to the next question. Question number 8. Write T for true or and F for false against each of the statements. The questions will be provided to you. In this section, we have just provided the solutions. Okay, so the first question, as you can see from your book or the PDF, if it is provided, you just open that PDF and see the first question of question number 8 is what? 0 is the smallest natural number. Smallest natural number, no, because natural number starts from 1. It has been mentioned, I have also mentioned in this video only, that natural number starts from 1. Natural number starts from 1, and whole number starts from 0. Okay, remember this thing. Next question is what? 0 is the smallest whole number. Yes, true, it has been written here, whole number starts from 0. Next question is what? Next question is every whole number is a natural number. Yes, except 0. There is an exception. So this is not right, because 0 is also a whole number. So every whole number cannot be a natural number. Fine. Let's see the next question. I'm just reading out the question for you. The solution is before you. Okay. Every natural number is a whole number. Yes, right. Every natural number is a whole number, because whole number includes 0 also, and natural number starts from 1. So all the natural numbers come under the category of whole number. Okay, so this statement is right. Let's see the fifth one. Fifth one says that 1 is the smallest whole number. No, 1 is not the smallest whole number. The smallest whole number is 0. So it is false. 0 is the smallest whole number. Fine. Let's come to the next question. The natural number 1 has no predecessor. Actually, this is right. Natural number 1, say this explanation. Natural number starts from 1. Okay, and if we try to find this predecessor of it, then we need to subtract 1 from it, and 1 minus 1 gives 0, but 0 is a whole number. So the predecessor of 1 is a whole number. So we can conclude from there that 1 is the smallest whole number. The statement is true. Let's read the next question. Sorry. The whole number 1 has no predecessor. Of course it has predecessor, because whole number is 1. If we consider the whole number category, okay, then we need to subtract 1, and we know that to find the predecessor we need to subtract 1 from the given number. So it would be 0. Okay, which is a whole number. So the whole number 1 has no predecessor is wrong statement. Whole number 1 has a predecessor, which is 0. Okay, let's read the next question. Question number 8 of this section. The whole number 0 has no predecessor. Right, whole number 0 has no predecessor, because if you subtract, see the explanation here, if you subtract 1 from the whole number 0, we get minus 1, which is not a whole number. Minus comes in minus integral numbers. Minus comes in the category of integral number, integers you can say. Okay, integers. Okay, integers contain what? Integers contain negative numbers. Suppose -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. These dots denote that we can move in both direction, that is in left and right. means there are infinite number of integers, but it must not be a fraction. Okay, so the statement in given in question number 8, that is whole number 0 has no predecessor, is right. So let's see the next question. Predecessor of a two-digit number is never a single-digit number. Of course, it is. Predecessor of a two-digit number. Let's take the example of 10. It has also been given in the question. If you take the example of 10, which is a two-digit number, and find the predecessor of it, we get 9. You know that to find the predecessor of any number, we need to subtract 1. So when we subtract 1 from 10, we get 9, which is a one-digit number. So the given statement is false. Let's see the next, that is 10th. The successor of a two-digit number is always a two-digit number. No, there are many examples of or explanations for it. Now, if you take the example of 99, as it has been given in this explanation of this question, 99's successor is what? 100. To find the successor, you must be knowing that we need to add 1. So the successor of this two-digit number is not a two-digit number and a three-digit number, that is 100. So the given statement is false. Next one is 500 is the predecessor of 499. No, predecessor can never be greater than the given number. Okay, predecessor is always less than the given number. And the predecessor of 499 is what? 498. So the given statement is false. Let's see the next question. 7000 is the successor of 6999. Yes, absolutely, because when we add 1 to 6999, we get 7000. So our answer is, and so the given statement is right. Okay, that's it for this chapter. This chapter is over. You solve the questions yourself. Okay, right from 1 to 8. Okay everyone, thank you everyone.